You are my favorite Tom Brady card in the world. I will never sell you, not in a million, trillion years. I love this Tom Brady card. You did what? You threw 2 interceptions and lost the game? There's got to be somebody who wants to buy this thing. What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, and tonight coming at you with a little bit of a different video. No investments, no mail days, no picks, nothing like that. Nothing that I'm buying, nothing that I'm selling. Actually, stuff that I'm holding on to. Some cards that I enjoy to look at that are in my PC, for lack of a better term. I really don't PC much, but just some cards that I have that I don't want to sell. I just have them. Eventually, someday they might get sold because I do get bored with cards and I will sell them. But I'm going to show you some stuff. I did a video like this, I don't know, it's been a little while. So you guys have been with me for a while. I have seen some of these cards. And they'll be new to some people. And there's some new stuff also in there. As well as, this is the final video for the birthday marathon. 1,000 subscribers. We hit it by my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, September 12th. So it's done and over with. Got a whole another year before I get another year older. Yeah, so looking forward to that. But anyway, we're going to give away the grand prize. There'll be multiple questions throughout this video, so make sure you stay tuned so you can answer all the questions in this video, as well as we got to go back and give away the Sam Darnold card from last video. So guys, we're going to head out and look at the cards. We're going to try to make it quick. I don't want to tie you up too much. NFL going on, and there's lots of other things you could be watching besides me. But thanks, and sit back, relax, turn on your favorite football game, and watch me on YouTube. Be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Flippin' Steve. And as you can see here, set up before you guys are 4 separate cards. Initially, I had told everyone that the grand prize for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway was going to be the Luka Optic 9, which it very well may still be. However, I decided to add some cards so that people would have some options, because not everybody likes the same player or the same sport or the same team. Now, again, I'm not able to cover all the bases, so I just put a card out there from each sport. And whoever wins the giveaway from this video, which I'll ask multiple questions at the end of this video pertaining to this video, so make sure you pay attention. And you'll get your choice between the Fernando Tatis Heritage PSA 10, the Luka Optic PSA 9, Jimmy G Topps Chrome Rookie Gem Mint 10, or if you're soccer guys, João Felix SGC Topps Chrome 10. Pretty nice. So yeah, they're not all the same value, maybe ballpark. Just depends. I'm not really even sure what the going rate on eBay is on any of these cards, because I haven't looked to move any of these players. I had been selling some of the Tatis, so I do know that it's a good card. However, the other 3, I don't know what the dip on Luka has been. I'm sure there has been one. Football season has started, Jimmy G, and with soccer starting back up, and with nationals going on and stuff, João Felix playing for Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, there you go. So you'll get to choose one of those cards, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the video here, and this is just going to be some cards that I have put away, cards that I guess I don't want to say that I collect, because I'm not so much a collector other than my Cal Ripken stuff. A couple nice Dan Marino cards, because they are my favorite players. Stuff that I've had since I was a kid that I just won't part with. Cards that just look cool. It may not even be a player that I like, but the card looks cool. So, I like the card. Certain autos, certain jersey cards. Just players. And one more thing before I forget. At the end of this video, we are giving away the Sam Darnold Gem Mint 10. Yes, he did struggle opening day, or the Jets struggled as a whole. So he did have a touchdown pass. I still think he's just a victim of circumstance. I think he's a good player. But we'll be giving this away at the end of this video, as well as answering the questions for the grand prize. So I'm going to start right out of the gate with a card that was sent to me, actually, from a YouTube subscriber, and I'm not going to mention his name. I'm just going to, keep it, discreet. I don't want to put him out there, but this awesome 1984 Dan Marino Dolphins police card. I actually was looking at buying one of these myself, and this was sent to me in a care package from a subscriber, which is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. You know who you are. I don't want to just throw your name out there like that though. But really cool. I like the big case, the big PSA case. I was actually looking at buying one of these myself because I'm a huge Dan Marino fan, and I did not know that the card was large like this. And when I got this, it was a complete surprise that I even received it. And this thing is just cool. This will go into my PC. I've already showed it to my brother because my brother likes Dan Marino also. And I'll be showing the rest of that care package in one of my future mail days. However, I wanted to include this Dan Marino in this video because I just got it, and it's already one of my favorite cards that I have in my collection. So thanks a lot. You know who you are, man. Thanks a lot. Big shout out. Next up is going to be just some cards that are neat, guys. I just think they're cool looking cards. Some of them have value, some of them really don't. First up is a Spicy P Cracked Blue Ice. You guys have seen this in some of my past videos. Look at the shine on this card is just super cool. I like the player. I'm glad he's out of the playoffs because I'm a Celtics fan, but still I like him as a player. Numbered out of 99. And just, man, cool looking. Next up are 3 cards that are orange. And I have a thing for orange cards. I don't know what it is, but shiny orange cards to me are just, just catch my eye. This is my orange group here. A select Ozzie Albies rookie, and I know Panini Baseball is not very popular, but just a shiny orange type refractor of Ozzie Albies. It's numbered out of 199. I bought this at an LCS for $3. I don't even know if it's worth anything, but for $3, I couldn't pass on the shine. And it just sits in my box, and I like to look at it and shine it in the light like that. Next up is an Anthony Davis. This one does have some value. First Lakers uniform, orange refractor. You guys know I had the checkerboards of these, but these orange optic hollows, numbered out of 199. Another awesome shiny looking orange card. And this one here, I pulled out of a pack of football cards last season. A Paris Campbell, some sort of orange prism, numbered out of 11. So, yeah, it's only numbered out of 11. This is a rookie card from last year's select product. Orange Pulsar or something like that. Really awesome looking. Maybe he'll have a good year. I know the Ohio State fans like this guy. I've heard them talk about him. And some people in fantasy, look for him to be a guy that can put up some numbers this year. Had a decent day today. Not huge. Phillip Rivers struggled some. But just a cool card. Those are basically just three or four cards that I have that I really like because they just look neat. Don't really have a whole lot of meaning behind them. However, next card does have some meaning behind it. It is a card that Miami Dolphins, one of my favorite players on the team, probably my favorite position player, and that's tight end Mike Gesicki. He's also from Penn State, which is my favorite college team. So we went to my favorite college team, was drafted to my favorite NFL team, which was awesome. It's numbered out of 86, which is his jersey number. You can see it's like the die cut. And it's an on-card rookie auto. Just like the card, pulled this out of a pack, which was absolutely crazy. It was makes it even better. I pulled it out of a pack. I had bought one of those subscription boxes, kind of, that you used to be able to buy where you just get packs, random packs in the mail. And I got a pack of contenders in that box, and I pulled this out of the pack. Super awesome. So yeah, Mike Gesicki, pretty neat card, like that one. Next up, we're going to head over to the sport of, let's see what order we're going in. Let's go over to baseball. And I don't have a lot of baseball, but what I do have, I still have because I sell most of my baseball. But I have these because I really like them. It's just my Albert Pujols cards. I really don't have a lot of Albert Pujols cards. I have the rookie Bowman Gem Mint 10, which I originally bought as an investment. However, I just haven't been able to sell it, even though I got a big profit margin if I was to sell now. Actually, a rookie card that I also have of his that I actually like better is this Upper Deck Sweet Spot. It's actually serial numbered out of 1500. And in comparison to the SP Authentic, which sells for thousands of dollars, this card is just a couple hundred in a PSA 10, and it's serial numbered out of 1500, and it's got a really cool picture, got the baseball in the background. I just like this card. And this cool 2012 Prism, and we know how 2012 Prism has taken off in the other sports. However, it just hasn't taken off in baseball, and it's, you know, it's because people, again, Panini baseball products aren't very popular. But I love the green look. I intentionally sent this to SGC because I wanted the green refractor in the black tuxedo case. Got a 9.5 on it. It would have probably PSA'd as a 10 because I really went over this card well. I don't even know what the issue on it was. But love the looks of that card, and it's Albert Pujols. I believe having any nice Pujols card is like having a piece of baseball history because he'll go down as one of the best hitters to ever play the game. Just no denying it with his numbers. Even though, you know, in the twilight of his career, struggling some, but, you know, the numbers he put up when he was young, I'm going to get that in a better spot. I can get some more glow on it. There we go. It's a little better, I guess. All right, next up I'm going to talk about a card that there's not really anything special about the card besides the story. And I told this story once on a live stream with Dustin from the Personal Finance Dad. We were just talking about how I got back into cards. And it was Ryan Tannehill. And of course it's on the Dolphins. And I had stashed a bunch of Ryan Tannehill of this card, this exact card. I had stacked a bunch of these because I was a Dolphins fan and I used to buy these. And he was written off. His cards were completely worthless. And I just had a bunch of them on my stand. I didn't even really have many other cards to my name other than Ryan Tannehill cards because I thought he would be the Dolphins quarterback for a long time, and it didn't work out. And then he resurrected his career in Tennessee last year, and I was able to end up selling off a lot of these Ryan Tannehills when they were making their playoff run, and it really got me a bankroll of money to start investing into other cards. So this is kind of what got me started back into cards and buying and investing and flipping and Facebook and YouTube and everything is this Ryan Tannehill card. And I've sold them all except for this one because I just want to keep one because it has that story behind it. There's nothing really other special behind the card other than the story to me personally. So you got the Ryan Tannehill and, you know, going to hang on to it for a while. Next up, let's stick with football. And this is a card. It's actually being very close to being sold. I did get a good offer on this card today. Again, mainly the looks. I love the player, however. I'm a huge Christian McCaffrey fan. Got him on my fantasy teams. I was lucky enough to get the first pick of the draft. Had a good day today. Carolina lost. I'm not a Carolina fan, but I like the card. I like the shine. I like how the blue border actually matches his jersey. This, to me, looks better than the Prism. Well, that's a tough call. The Prism actually looks good also. But there's less than 100 of these in the Pop Report in comparison to the Prism, which has quite a few. And I think there's like 92 of this in the Pop Report of a Gem Mint 10. I bought this for $175, and I was actually offered $700 for it today. And I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm still trying to decide. What would you guys do if you were me? If you really liked this card, would you hang on to it for a while and maybe it'll go up? Or would you go ahead and take that profit, $175, you know, that initial investment, sell it for $700 because the offer's still on the table. So we'll see. What would you guys do? Let's go ahead and start looking at some basketball cards, guys. And these are going to be a couple jersey cards. And I know nowadays jersey cards and memorabilia cards are really boring. However, this is back when the stuff was actually game used and not just player worn. It was actually used in a game and not just worn by the player. Basically, put it on, take it off, cut it up, put it on a card. And they're both from the same set, SP Game Used Edition. But it's the players. And first we'll look at this one that's raw. It has Garnett and Paul Pierce on it, who both played for my favorite team, the Celtics. There they are in their Celtics unis. Got LeBron on it, which is awesome. Gilbert Arenas, you know, not so much. But then on the back, you do have Jason Kidd and Tracy McGrady, but you have Kobe and Shaq right next to each other. So you not only do you have Kobe and Shaq on the same card with jerseys, but you have LeBron on there also. I mean, these guys all have stories together. Shaq and LeBron played together. Of course, Kobe and Shaq's relationship. Just a cool card. I may get it graded. I don't think it'll grade much better than an 8 because the corners on these thick stock cards get a little soft. But LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, numbered out of 99. And plus, not to mention, two players from my favorite team. So, just a cool card. I like that. I could have probably sold that a while back, and I just, didn't want to get rid of it. I wanted to keep it. Next up is from the same set, and this one's actually graded a 9. And believe it or not, getting a 9 on one of these cards is nearly impossible. But, because of edges and stuff, like this one got zapped for. But it's got Shaq, the mailman, who I absolutely used to love when growing up. Jordan. On the back, you got Magic, Olajuwon, and David Robinson. Like, could you imagine if Larry Bird was on this card and you had Magic, Jordan, and Bird, but you don't. But I would. That would be super awesome. But all these guys did play on the same dream team together with the Olympics, and it's graded a 9. Jordan on it, Shaq. I mean, come on. You got to give it up for a card like this, whether it's valuable or not, because people don't tend to like jersey cards. This is game worn, like I said, game worn, not just player worn. Next up, let's show a couple soccer cards. And it's just going to be a couple of my Christian Pulisics. One of the first soccer cards I ever bought. BGS 9.5. Love the looks of it. I get caught up in the shiny stuff. I'm like a deer in the headlights when it comes to cards like this. Graded 9.5. First of all, there's not much graded soccer out there at all. Christian Pulisic, super popular here in the States. It's numbered out of 60. Back when I bought this, it was $49.99. I didn't even look it up or nothing. I was just like, you know what? Instant buy. And this was before soccer even took off. So, spending $50 on a soccer card to me at the time was nuts. But like the card, I'll hold it till World Cup at least. See what happens. Same here. Christian Pulisic, first Prism, a Chelsea uniform, Hyper. I wish I had a silver or a red or some other prisms of this card, but I was able to get my hands on a Hyper. Pretty cheap, like $20 back before the explosion. With a cool looking card, good player from the U.S. We'll see how he actually pans out with a full season in the Premier League. See if he can keep up his hot. He had a hot start last year. I'll have to see if he can keep it up. Next up is going to be Mr. Cool Breeze, Drew Brees. And this is my only rookie of Drew Brees. I don't know why. I just never really threw much money at his cards, and they took off before I had a chance. However, I got in on this one pretty cheap. And I like this because it's numbered out of 1500. It's serial numbered. It's not like a lot of his cards that are printed off and you don't know what the print runs on them are. And it's a Gem Mint 10. Drew Brees, going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks ever. I'll still argue that Dan Marino is the best. But hey, in my heart he is. Peyton Manning is also one of my all-time favorites. Actually, one of my dream cards that I wish I had in this collection would be the 1998 Stadium Club co-signers with Peyton Manning and Dan Marino. It's Peyton Manning's rookie year, and it's got Dan Marino on it, and it's a co-signer. It's got a double auto, and the autos are hard to find in good condition, the auto itself, because the pens I guess they signed with weren't very good. I would like to get one of those graded in a 9 or higher. I let one go by in a PSA 9 that I saw one time, and I would be satisfied with a 9, and the 10s sell for outrageous amounts of money. That, I'm good with a 9, and I would just like to find one in a 9 that I could, buy for a decent price. But just don't see them, and I would love to have one. The rest of these cards, guys, besides a little stack of basketball that I got here, are going to be oddball cards that I really like, and I really like to collect. So, let's talk about tennis. I got a tennis card here. 1991 Net Pro Pete Sampras rookie card in the Gem Mint 10. Now, growing up, I was never a huge Sampras fan. I leaned a little bit towards McEnroe. I liked him because he used to yell at the ref all the time. I liked Andre Agassi because he was really cool. And my brother really liked Andre Agassi. So I had to try to find somebody that was Agassi's rival. And I was actually a little more conservative than my brother was also. So I ended up going with Pete Sampras. And I learned to appreciate Pete Sampras as I got older. You know, he didn't seem very exciting when I was young because he won all the time and he just, you know, didn't have much flash to him. But now that I'm older, I really appreciate Pete Sampras and what he did for, you know, U.S. tennis, and won a lot of majors, some Grand Slams. And in a Gem Mint 10, this card is just hard to find. His card just doesn't pop up that much. And I'm lucky enough to have my hands on one of the few PSA 10s out there of this card. With these green borders and, you know, people not really caring about tennis cards or even submitting them. There might not even be a ton of submissions. It's just, I just think it's neat that I have one. I've never even thought about selling it, so I have no idea if there's even a value on the thing. Next up, we're going to break some glass and kick some ass. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. 1997 Cardinal. This is from a trivia game. You know, it's always debatable on what card is a wrestler's rookie card. He does have some older stuff from when he was Stunning Steve and the Hollywood Blondes. But, you know, cool card. Already graded an 8. I only paid $20 for it. And I thought when I bought it, it was just a really good deal. Absolute steal. I'm not really trying to freestyle tonight. Stuff's just coming out of my mouth like that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to put old Stone Cold up there on a card holder. But yeah, there you go. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we're coming down to my last 2 cards. And then I have a small stack here. And let's go ahead and get into a card that a lot of you guys have seen. And I've talked about this card a lot, and it's definitely going to get a spot at the a spot up there with old Sampras and Pujols. And this is my Tony Hawk 8.5 Sports Illustrated for kids. You just can't find these cards in any kind of condition. They were ripped out of the center of magazines. Tony Hawk was a hero of mine growing up. You know, I love Cal Ripken. I love Dan Marino. I love Tony Hawk. And this card is pretty much what you call a casket card, coffin card, whatever. You take it to the grave with you. It's not really something I would ever sell unless I was in some dire straits. But, yeah, Tony Hawk graded in an 8.5, and that card to me is just awesome. Is there any skateboarders out there? Anybody like skateboarding? Anybody like Tony Hawk? You know, if I got any younger fans, who are some of the good young skateboarders that you guys like? Next up is a golf card of my man Eldridge. And if you don't know who Eldridge is, then I don't know what else to tell you. Tiger Woods. And I've been trying to hit on one of his 2001 Upper Deck rookies. I still have about 8 boxes of 2001 Upper Deck Golf unopened. I've opened about a half a case to a case. I've never pulled a jersey card out of there myself. And there's lots of jerseys of lots of players. And so you may get one a case, you may not. This is the 2001 Upper Deck. The same set that Tiger Woods rookie card comes out of. Only this is the Tour Threads. It's actually got a piece of his golf shirt on it. And there's just not many of these in the Pop Report. I stumbled on this eBay late one night, and I paid $400 for it. Maybe I overpaid, maybe I didn't. Maybe there is or isn't a market on this card. I don't know, and I really don't care. You know, blue chipper, as my man Brandon Chung would say. And just sweet card. Tiger Woods, one of the best ever. You know, rather he'll be better than Jack Nicklaus. Maybe he is in some people's eyes. We don't know. I've asked that question before. But rookie year card from the Upper Deck rookie set, but it's not his base card. It's actually his jersey card, and it's in a PSA 10. Just a card you don't see every single day. I've never seen another one on eBay, and when I saw that one, I instantly bought it. So yeah. Also, give a shout out to my man, Sports Card Mafia. He's been putting out some good NFL videos lately, and talked about my Dolphins and Devontae Parker and things like that. And I know he's a Carolina fan, and been talking about Christian McCaffrey. Had a good game today, and I just want to thank him, for mentioning me in his video, because he didn't have to do that. And so I want to return the favor because he's paying attention to my content, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate anybody who's paying attention to my content, whether it's another content creator or a subscriber. Thanks everybody. And last but not least, I'm going to end it off with my 86-87 Fleer basketball. It's all right here. You're not going to see a Jordan, so don't get too excited. My Jordan's put away under lock and key. It only comes out never. It never comes out. So, really small story. I remember buying 86-87 Fleer basketball packs at a Rose's department store when I was a kid, for like 40 cents a pack. I'm not sure exactly how much, but, less than 50 cents a pack. And I remember buying it and carrying the cards around in my pocket and this, that, and the other. There was no such thing as collecting basketball cards back then. There wasn't even football. All anybody cared about was baseball. These cards were thrown in a box of my old cards. And my mom called one day and told me that she had a box of my old cards. And there was a stack of 86-87 Fleer in there, which was just crazy. I'll run through what was in there really quickly that I can show you. There was a Charles Oakley. The cards are not going to be in any kind of condition, but Buck Williams. But an iconic set, and to find these in an old box. Tom Chambers, I remember when he had a beast season with the Suns. Jeff Malone, Byron Scott. Don't worry, guys, it gets better. We do got some superstars in here. Always save the best for last. Sam Perkins, the Big Smooth. Gerald Wilkins. But look at the damage on these. But you can tell I had these when I was a kid. I must have been 9 or 10 years old. Xavier McDaniel, the X-Man. James Worthy, great player for the Lakers. Dude got a Clyde the Glide in there. Look at those corners down there looking all nice and chewed up. But still, these are cards from my childhood. It's just unbelievable. Patrick Ewing, that these were even laying around. Joe Dumars. Chris Mullin, man, I used to use Chris Mullin on NBA Jam. Be like, he's on fire shooting threes like crazy. The human highlight reel, Dominique ripping backboards off and tomahawks. This card actually looks good besides a small little stain right here, which was very common on the Dominiques because they were always like on the top of the packs, the way that they were collated, and a gum was always resting on them. So they always tend to have like this little stain on them. Dominique, Isaiah, dinged up some, just like the others. However, guys, there was 3 of these that I submitted to SGC, and surprisingly enough, they didn't get completely destroyed in grades. I submitted my mailman, Carl Malone. It got a 7.5, and I'm happy with that because I don't want to sell it. I just want to have it in a slab, and 7.5, Karl Malone. I love the SGC slabs on the 86 Fleer better than I do the PSA. And a Jordan just sold for big money in the SGC because I believe it's because, aesthetically appealing. You just don't see SGC. SGC grades tough, especially cards like this. They're not giving away any free 9s or 10s on cards like these. So when you get an SGC grade on an older card like this, it's legit. Next up was the round mounted rebound. Got my Charles Barkley in an 8. Just mind-blowing. Sitting in a box at Mom's house for years. Probably 15, 20 years. Easily. And find them one day, send them to SGC and get an 8. And the last one, my favorite of the entire bunch, is my Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. The only thing wrong with this card really at all is this upper edge. For an 86 Fleer, the corners were good. The centering on this thing was insanely good, which is always hard to find. And I believe that edge knocked it down 2 grades, which I thought that it would. And it got an 8, but really good. Even the centering on the back of this card was good. And just like my Hakeem, it's my favorite one of the bunch. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about some of these cards. And there's a couple questions I want to ask about the video. First of all, let's see here. What is the card that got me back into collecting and buying and flipping? What card did I show you and told you a story, got me back into the hobby, and got me re-addicted and a newfound love for it, guys? What card was that? Which of my 86, 87 Fleer basketballs that I showed you guys, I showed you a bunch, was my favorite out of all of them? Which was my favorite? What wrestler card did I show you? Okay, I showed you a card of a wrestler. What was it? And the fourth question from the cards is going to be, there was a jersey card with 2 players on it from my favorite team. Who were those 2 players? All right, just those 4 questions, as well as one more, and this is going to be a question I'm asking you guys. What is your favorite card in your collection, as well as, what's a dream card that you would like to have? And I don't mean necessarily, value, something that's super expensive, but something that's rare or something you just don't know if you'll ever be able to get. And real quick, what was the dream card that I mentioned that I would like to have? So yeah, there's going to be 5 questions you answer for me and 1 that you answer for yourself. What wrestler did I show you? Which card got me back into the hobby? What was my favorite 86, 87 Fleer? Which 2 players were on the jersey card from my favorite team? And what was my dream card? As well as a card that you really like in your PC and a dream card of yourself. That's the questions I want you guys to answer. I want you to interact with me because there is more to buying and selling and flipping. And I know my name is Flipping Steve, but I do get attached to cards. And, eventually I will move on from a card and I'll get money to get another card that I enjoy. I can't keep everything. And there's just stuff that, that Tony Hawk has been with me for a long time. That Tiger Woods, the Pete Sampras, those cards that you see sitting in front of you, I would probably sell my Pujols rookies before I sold that green prism. But yeah, and it's as simple as that, guys. And that's it. The birthday marathon is coming to an end. Answer that question. Pick the card that you want, and make sure you stay tuned to see if you won the Sam Darnold. And until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I'll see you later.